Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the shed. Happy you guys could be here with me. I'm excited to share this workout with you as well. This one's going to be a little bit different to the previous sessions that we've done. So 5 and 6 we worked on. 5 was really kind of focused on arm bars. Number 6 kind of we were coming up off the bottom, but there was a lot of similar movements in each. I had a couple of requests from people to go like a little bit slower or kind of start to go down over some of the movements. So in this session, we're not going to focus so much on like connecting different techniques. What we're going to do is we're going to spend a little bit of time working through each one. Don't worry, still going to get a great workout on the go. It's going to be broken down into 2 parts. We're going to have like a warm-up section, and then there's going to be like a 20-minute block of work. The goal of this is it kind of follows almost like the pattern that we've been doing, or we did in the last session. So where we came up off the bottom, we're going to work through those movements again, then we're going to go into some passing stuff and into some top control stuff as well. And depending on how the session goes at the end of it, we might add in like a cheeky little finisher as well. So you're going to need a dummy. I'm going to talk you through all of these drills as we're going, as I always do. Please bear with me if I run out of breath. Sometimes that happens because I'm working out too. And I'm going to introduce you to some new ones as well, okay? And that's kind of, I always like to sprinkle in a few little things in here and there, but these are really important movements. Actually things that, I'd forgotten about, and then I've kind of re-gone over the Super Solo training program and just checked out a few bits in there, and I've decided to add these back in as well. It's always the way you kind of get into the mindset of doing the same thing over and over again. You forget about all the other stuff that's available to you. All right, so that's the basic outline for today. If you want, there's a couple of ways that you could do this. You could also run this as like, you could try and do 50 rather than follow along with me, or you can do a minute, or you could do 2 minutes of each one of these. Some of them we're going to be adding in left side and right side, so it's up to you. There's a little bit of variety there, but just join in the fun, and we'll get it going. So the first thing, you do not need no dummy for the warm-up. This is actually going to be, it's one of the 10 and 10 sequences called the Mobility 10 and 10, because it's just 10 minutes of work. Very, very simple. We're just going to go through a couple of different movements. You might see me duck over here because I've got I feel like my eyesight might be going and I can't quite see the computer screen as good as it used to be. But so I'll head over there and we'll go through all the movements, and I'll make sure that we're tracking it and whatnot. All right, so first movement is going to be super, super simple. We're going to go in about 2 seconds. 1. Let's turn this up a little bit so you guys can see it. I'll pop that here as well. So we're rolling those hips from side to side. Like I said, this one's about mobility, so it's not about going like super fast. In fact, you want to try and like feel like the end of the range of your movement. Push your hip through. We've done this in these workouts quite a few times. It's a really nice little start of like a warm-up one. Yeah. And you might have one side, like this side, that can do great internal rotation. This one, really, really struggle. But then the externally is the same thing. Okay, if you want, you can bring your feet in a little bit closer as well. That'll give you a slightly different feeling. We've got about 20 seconds more. Nice. Good. And then again, if you can go out longer, you can do longer as well. We're all working through different parts of your body. We've got 5-ish more seconds. I'm going to go on to an S stretch or a 90-90 stretch. A little bit of a switch. Again, really standard one, so 90-90 position. Drop down, switch the feet across to the other side. Lean forward. Try to, when you do this, lean your chest down, and then the head should be the last thing to drop, as opposed to like the head going down first. You want to collapse at the stomach. Again, just going side to side. As we go through as well, I'll give you guys some variations. Okay. Yeah, I like to do this one, so I'm not using my hands as I'm transitioning through. Okay, and even if you want to, you can not use your hands as you come forwards, but that requires a lot more kind of mobility and then strength in that hip joint as well. So up to you. Like I said, this is just the warm-up, so don't go too crazy. You can start to, if you want to, you can lean forwards and then add a hip push into it as well. Lean forwards, hip push. Remember, if you feel any pain, just go back to something different, or don't go as far into the range of movement. Nice. Good. Next one, you're just going to go to a low squat. Okay, really, really simple position, but super important for jiu-jitsu. Doesn't matter if you're all the way up here, like halfway down, but try and keep those feet flat. Okay, and just hang out in this position. Okay, very, very simple. Most people, this is going to be plenty. If you do have like the hip flexibility, you can start rotating your knees in towards the ground. Okay, and then we're keeping that other one up high. Okay, if you imagine this position here, this is basically how we play guard, right? If I'm playing guard, I'm trying to suck those knees into my sides as tight as possible. It's the same thing, so getting this low movement, really, really crucial. Okay, if you want, you can add some like hamstring stretching, but we're gonna go through that in a minute. You can just kind of move around a little bit, stay in this position, or if you want to work those knees, you can as well. That's absolutely fine. Okay, keep that chest up, head up nice and tall, so always good posture. Now we're gonna go into hip twists. Again, another great movement, really important for our passing. So we're in a tight bear crawl, almost elbows to knees, then you just rotate one side to the other. And your goal here is to try and keep your chest flat to the ground, okay? So as I'm doing it, I'm not like looking up towards the ceiling. Everything stays flat, and I keep my back in a good straight line. Again, just pivoting on the balls of my feet. Okay, you should feel your shoulders and your arms starting to work because you're basically in a press-up position. But that's good, we need to warm them up anyway. Okay, the next one we're going to do is in 2 parts. Okay, so you're going to take a big step forward here, okay, and then you're going to drop your hip down and then pull your leg back. Just running through this movement, so we're starting to loosen off the hip, but also this hamstring here as well. As you're pushing forwards, really glue that the heel to the ground. About 5 seconds, we're going to switch to the other side. Okay, switch it over, same situation, lunge, and then pull back. Nice, 15 seconds more. Nice, keep it going. Good, next one, we're gonna do some windmill. So we're here in this deep lunge position, rotate up one way, the other way, and then switch legs. One way, the other way. You can just keep switching. So we're trying to rotate our spine, loosen it off. Because again, we're going to use this twisting movement a lot. Switch. And you just keep alternating between the two. If you really struggle with this inside one, that's fine. You can just focus on doing this one for a second, and switch. So I like to do both of them. This one's a little bit more challenging. Just check the next one, yeah. Okay, so the next one, we're gonna do flat arm circles or swimmers. So hands are up, face down, up, rotate them around, all the way up to the ceiling. Try and keep your hands as high as you can. This is incredibly demanding on the shoulders. Okay. But we're really trying to focus on the shoulders, so we're not like arching our head up to get more space. We're just moving back, and then hands come as high up the back as we can, and then rotate. So hands up, hands up, hands up, and then start to rotate all the way up the back. And again, up as high as you can, keep them up. If you feel like a block, you can dip underneath it. Come back around. But this gets all those little muscles in your shoulders firing. Nice, okay, next one, scorpions, really simple. Arm out, you're gonna roll back and touch one side to the other. Again, this does a really nice job of starting to open out the shoulders. Okay, this one you guys can see as well. As I go up, pushing and rotating. And you'll feel it's gonna kind of like really weird places. Like I often, because my arms get tight from gripping all the time, I feel there's so much in like my biceps and elbows. Doesn't matter if your hand doesn't touch your foot, or if it does. You see on one side I can do it, the other side I can't. I really try to rotate, and you can give a little bit of an extra push with your arms. Head tracking as well. 10 seconds. Oh. Nice. Okay, back rolls. Really simple. I always like to start with just over the shoulder, one side and the other side. Okay, but you can also go straight back here. You want to add in like a little bit more core, kill the energy every time, so your feet only touch the ground over your head. Okay. Again, this is like such an important thing, be able to create this contraction. Like for when people are passing, you need to be able to lift that hip up without stepping your feet off the ground. So it's good to practice it here. Okay, if you want another variation, you can also add in like a back roll, then into a hamstring stretch. It's up to you. I'm gonna do this one without dropping. Again, when I do this, I'm keeping my knees tight to my sides, because that's how we play guard, or we should be. Nice. And then the last one we're going to do is some Berimbolo inversions. So first variation, you can just come up onto your shoulder and let your shoulders touch. Do this a little bit. So I'm just coming up onto my shoulders, one side to the other side. Then you can start to, if you want, go all the way upside down. Again, don't worry if your feet don't touch the ground. You can see that mine sometimes do, sometimes don't worry about it too much. And then if you want, you can start to do the full inversion, all the way over to the other side. If you want some more inversion drills, I got a video on YouTube about them. Okay. If you want to protect your neck a little bit, shrug your shoulders as you go over the top, and it becomes more of like a Granby roll. Nice. One more. Ooh. And come up to your knees. Nice. Okay, so that was our warm-up. Okay, like I said, you shouldn't be out of breath doing that. Okay, it should just be very, very simple. And like, hang on, I've forgotten the button. There we go. It's the one I want. Okay, it should be very simple. It shouldn't like tax your lungs too much, but the goal is to get you loose, ready for the work that we're about to do. Okay. Now for this, the next bit, like I said, there's going to be some that we're going to do on just one side at a time. Each round is going to be a minute, and we're going to be recapping some of the movements we used in the previous workouts. I guess I should have done this first, but hey, that's not how my brain works. Sometimes it's good to do things and then come back and look at them and re-go over and get the techniques. You can always go back and do those workouts up on my YouTube channel or my website. They're easier to find. So the first one we're going to do is our sweep movement. I'll talk you through it, like I say, but I want you guys to, start off relatively slow, and then 30 seconds in, start to increase the pace. Okay, so by the end, we're trying to go full speed, okay? So focus a little bit on the technique at the start of the minute, make it faster and faster and faster, and keep working from there. Here we go. Again, I'll have my timer there so you guys can see. So our sweep movement's this. We're folding that leg in underneath from one side to the other. Okay? The top of my foot, I'm rolling over the top of my foot. I'm not putting my toes on the ground. It's much, much more difficult. Elbows stay in because that's super important for the jiu-jitsu. And then just go one side to the other. If you want, you can do it from this position and come up. So we're coming up off the ground. Okay, but it's also good just to do it from here as well. Both require different movements. So you can do like 2 or 3 on each one. Okay, 30 seconds in. So really start to warming up. This is also a great warm up for your knee and hips. Okay. Again, try and build the speed up a little bit. For this 30 seconds, we've got 15 seconds left. All right, let's keep it going. Good. Nice, next one's a technical stand-up, so just pulling up here, okay? So I'm basing out opposites, so left leg, right hand, leg comes back, okay, and I sit back down. Okay, or we do it from this laying down position and come up. Laying down position and come up. It's a lot more cardiovascularly and challenging, but it's more realistic for how we come up off sweeps. So again, I see I'm in my tight ball, coming up, I'm connected straight away, I bring my leg back. Head stays up the whole time. Kill the energy, and then go. Kill the energy, and go. We've got 20 seconds left. Increase that speed a little bit. You can see, you can hear it in my voice. It's getting harder. All the way back down. Really explode into it. Nice. Okay, next one. Let's switch up. So we're here, coming up off our feet. Here, so my legs are coming back. Try and get on the toes with my hip. Legs are coming back, up on my toes with my hips. Like coming up for a single leg. We often use this movement. So again, we can be here, we're up, and then we're coming up off the top. Up, coming up off the top. Or from this static position, just driving through. So you want to push, explode into the movement now. Ten seconds. Nice, step ups and next. So imagine we've swept, we need to we get caught in guard, we then got to stand up to start passing. Okay, so if you imagine, let's say I do one of those movements, standing up, I'm here, I get caught in close guard, I want to be able to stand up straight away. Okay, so just alternating. Chest stays up, they're here, elbows stay in, I'm just dropping down. Okay, you can alternate legs, that's 30 seconds. See, my head's not really changing height, it's forcing my legs to carry all that load. Okay, 20 seconds, start to build the speed a little bit. Nice, keeping it going. Switch legs. Nice, keep it going. Next one's gonna be super fun, I promise. Okay, jump ups. I'm gonna use a dummy for this. Hands go up. You're gonna jump like you're surfing from the side to side. Okay, so again, I've been caught in guard and I just want to explode up before they can do it. Okay, the reason this leg turns in, the underhook, I'm already defended. Without a dummy, it's the same thing. Yeah, I just like the dummy sometimes, gives me a visual reference. Also use this in no-gi a lot. 20 seconds, build the speed. You might notice Kieran's had a bit of a, he's added a little bit of weight, playing around with the new dummy design. 5 seconds. Good, keep it going. Nice. Oh, the legs. Okay, next one. Torreando. So, I've popped up, I want to start passing. So, drop down, back up. Drop down, let me tell you what I mean. So I'm here, into my bear crawl. Been doing this last 2 weeks. You should again be able to do it pretty quickly. Just make sure your posture stays strong. So strong spine here, not rounded. Tight bear crawl. Ooh. The quads, 30 seconds. Building the speed for me. Don't worry, it's gonna get a little bit more technical after these first few, but it's all good. So important that you develop strong legs for the passing so that you're comfortable and you get used to this feeling of fatigue so that you don't worry about it. Nice. Nice. Oh, next one, knee slide switch. So hands on the belt, into this knee slide position, jump back, jump in. You see that I'm coming upright, legs go back, there's my bear crawl, upright again. But always flat back, strong spine. Let me spin Kieran. So it's legs out, in. Toes pointing forwards the whole time. I know it might be tricky for some people, but try your best. Here's our knee slide. See us pointing forwards, important. 15 seconds. Push through now. No more stopping. Whew, as I stop. Good. Nice, keep going, 3 seconds. Nice, jump overs. So I'm gonna be here, head and legs on one side, drop my shoulder, jump over to the other side, okay? Try and get up, land one foot on the toes, and the other foot. So if I'm this way, I drop, jump, jump, land. Jump, jump, whoop, land. Okay? And then the head switches. So I'm passing, passing, passing. He pushes my head over, so I switch my legs to the other side. If you want, try and hug onto your dummy, hug onto the belt. So I'm keeping my grips here. I mean, it's gonna give me control as we go through. Okay, when I put a hand down, it means that I'm relinquishing my control. But obviously it's a lot harder. Next one, the ankle jump over. So it's a new one. I step. So I'm to the side here. Step, jump across, drop down. Step, jump across. Step, jump across. Leg through, it's like I've done a sit out. So I'm here on all fours. Step my foot across. I jump over. Here. So I use this a lot off the ground. I use it to spring up and switch to the other side. Okay? So you can be on the ground, jump it up and over. Ground, jump it up and over. Ground. So, let me spin sideways so you guys can see. Over here, opposite leg, should feel like the wrong leg every time you do it. And I'm coming straight up into that knee on belly. Nice. Next one, long steps. So, hip grip, collar grip, leg comes out, step out, come back up. Keeping your chest to the floor. You want to add the run, grunt or over the shoulder. But keep that chest down low. So we're just doing this one side. Because I know it's one of those movements people struggle with. But you watch my butt never touches the ground. You might occasionally like bounce off, but quick. And when I drop, my chest stays low here as I come out. 10 seconds. Good. And the other side. I do it this way around. So here, collar, belt, low, up, and back around. Move this way a little bit more. Yeah, elbow goes out, chest drops, long step, up to the shoulder. Okay, 30 seconds. Sorry, I forgot to talk. I'm running out of oxygen. 10 seconds. Nice. Next one. Oh, knee on belly switch. Knee on belly, hands down, switch it across, side to side. So my feet are really important. Hands down the shoulders, or they can go on the ground. They come off every time. And it's like I'm going into that knee slide position, almost. I'm kicking the feet together and switching. Nice, keep it going, guys. Good. Keep working it through. Try and go a little bit faster. We've got 20 seconds. Legs are probably burning a little bit. Should be having a good sweat on. Keep it going. Nice. Hands off every time. Nice, okay. Top spins. So forearm, step around, switch. Step around, switch. Okay. So I'm here in side control. Forearm on the hip. I use the arms because they're good guides. I step over with the leg that's closest. Step around the head. Switch my arms. And as soon as I'm round, this leg's stepping again. Such a great movement to spin from side to side. And we use it a lot, transitioning to the back and into arm bars, which we're going to go on to next. Try and keep your chest flat down so it's the legs doing the work. And we're into knee on belly arm bar. So I pull up here, big step around, spin, come up to the side, pull, big step, sit down, and I kick off, and I come back up. Okay, so I'm pulling, okay, I take this big step around, connect to the hip, spiral through, okay, again. So I'm just going to do a few so you guys can see how it's working. Notice my leg doesn't need to come over the body, the knee on belly leg, just spirals through from side to side. 20 seconds. So arm closest to the belt, or same knee on belly, that's the underhook arm. Nice, now, side control arm bars. Like our top spin, I pull up the underhook, big step around. Okay, so I'm starting in side control. I pull up. This is now basically the same as the knee on belly movement. Pull it up, catch that belt, kick off. Side control, pull, spin. Okay, don't worry too much if you step over the other arm or not stepped over. It's more about getting this tight spin. You see how my hips stay low this whole time. Hips stay low. Now you like to use that free leg when I lay down to extend and clear. Gives me a little bit more space. Gonna do a little bit of dummy restuffing. And then we're back in, okay. Mount arm bars, we're gonna do one side only. Okay, so I'm here, I'm gonna hop, leg off, kick off, come back up, hop, leg off. Okay, just one side. So I'm scooping that arm, switch to the S mount, leg comes over, let's sit down. Scoop the arm, leg comes over. We also call this the heart attack arm bar. Looks like you're pushing down, and I switch. See how my legs stay low this whole time. It's all about hips staying low. Okay, so I press, here, knee comes up, leg comes out and around, drop down. Okay, so sideways a little bit more. 10 seconds, leg comes up, and down. Nice, okay. When you go to the other side, same thing. So I'm pressing, knee comes up, leg comes down, leg over the body. Kick it off, move the dummy so I don't hit the timer. Okay, press, knee comes up, leg over the top. Press, leg over the top. Pop it up. Catch that arm, pop it around. Again, stay as low as you can. It's so important that my hips stay under that elbow joint. Put that arm, kick it off. Get arm, kick it off. That's where so many people go wrong. They set this up, they jump, the arm just disappears. Okay, you can't do that. Your hips have to stay low the whole time. Okay, really important. 10 seconds. We've got 3 rounds to go. And then we're definitely going to add on a finisher for you. Nice. So now, Shaolin switch. So we're going to transition through. So I'm here in the armbar position. I post on that arm. Hand comes behind me. From side to side. So I'm posting. I push with that hand. Switch to an S mount on the other side. Leg comes over. And then you're just going side to side. Such a good transition if someone's defending the armbar. Okay, we always catch, pull, lock, just those hips around. Let me turn it sideways so we get a bit of a different angle. Pull, yeah, so I'm pulling into that S position. Leg over. Nice, 10 seconds. And then we're on to our next one. Okay, so chair sits. This is all about getting your squeeze tight. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze here. I'm going to pull to the side. Leg comes up. My chair sit. Cross to the other side. Drive over. Leg up. Chair sit. Drive over. Leg up. Chair sit. The whole time it's squeezed. So I'm here, leaning. This leg's going to go to the ground. I push up onto my shoulder. Knee comes up high, and chair sit. You go the other side. Leg comes free, knee up by the head, and chair sit. Okay? We work that isometric squeeze the whole time. So that you're trying to rip your dummy's head off. Nice. Keep it going. 10 seconds, we switch to the other seat belt. So you're going to turn your hands around the other way. And do the same drill, providing your dummy doesn't get eviscerated, like mine. Oh, new style dummy didn't work. So, switch it to the other side. I'm here. Okay, I've got my seatbelt. Leg up. Transition across. Leg up. Transition across. Up. Nice. Oh, I've lost everything. My new style dummy did not work. You got to play around with these things, though. So, we're going to get rid of all of the stuffing. It's just about the head now. Don't need any of these things to keep drilling. You guys shouldn't care either. But keep that squeeze going. As long as you've got a head and an arm. This is a leg up. It's the important bit. Make sure when you come, sit across your hips all the way to the other side. 10 seconds. Leg up, knee up, squeeze. Okay, wow. Ah, time. Kieran, you're fired. No, I'm joking. Kieran's been great. Nice. Okay, so. For some reason I can't stop my timer. That was the workout, right? Like I said, it wasn't about, it wasn't really about like doing tons of really intense work. Though you should get a good sweat. Like, honestly, I'm sweating like crazy. Partly probably, the talking definitely helped the situation, But that's what we're trying to do, okay? Work through those movements. Those movements are perfectly replicate what happens in jiu-jitsu. Okay? I use all of them all the time. Like the chair sit, man, bread and butter for taking the back. So important, Or for retaining the back as well, Sweep movements, the same thing. Like, jiu-jitsu is movement based, so you can work the movements. And like you saw, man, even without a dummy, a lot of those could still work. Arm bars would probably be tricky, but you know, that's about it. So we are definitely going to do a finisher, because I want you guys to finish leaving thoroughly sweaty, broken remnants of yourselves. Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to combine 3 movements or 4 movements together, or a couple of movements together. Okay, just let me finish restuffing Kieran, because that's going to make my life easier. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go step up, we're going to come around into our Torreando, we're going to go knee slide, long step here, then we're going to come up, straight away to our knee on belly, we're going to underhook, and we're going to spin. Okay? I know that seems like a lot, but if you've done the other workouts, like you'll know these movements. Well, you should be, we've just done them all. Okay, so I'm coming up into my position, I drop immediately, I cut to our long step position. Long step, up to knee on belly, hug the arm, spin it through. Okay? That's our drill. Okay, and I want, when you do this sequence, I want you to hammer it out. Okay, so there should be no resting, no waking, no waking, sorry, no like lax. When you do the movement, it's as fast as you can. You catch your breath here for like a second or two and go again. Okay, so super, super explosive. And we're gonna do it for 3 minutes, okay? So that shouldn't be too long for you, but I want everything as explosive as you can, okay? By the end of this, I want your heart rate spiked. So we're connecting these movements together, and the second that you hit one of the movements, you immediately go to the next one, okay? So, here we go. If you don't know the movements, no dramas, just do your best. That was 1. There is not going to be much talking in this. Just bust it out as quick as you can. So this is like the end of the match. You've got to make this sequence happen. The last chance, win the finals of the world with the arm bar. Move my dummy back a little bit. But here, you're looking at the clock. Catch that breath a little bit. I slipped on the mat. It's okay. Sometimes that happens. Halfway there. Okay, catch your breath, 1 second. Last minute, everything you've got. Super, super fast and then die. Don't even think about stopping, you got 20 seconds. Five seconds, get one more. Oh. Finish. Okay, so that's 3 minutes. If you wanna, well, I can't make it stop. There we go. Got a little bit of extra fun. Do another round now. Go. I'm not gonna. You know, really, if you're trying to work to your maximum potential, when you finish a round, you shouldn't be able to do anything else because you'll have given everything in that round. It's quite a good way to tell how hard you're working. Like you feel like, oh yeah, I'm okay. I could go again straight away. Man, you gotta up the pace. You gotta go faster, work more, okay? So by the end of the workout, you are done and dusted, okay? Maybe not the first time through, but definitely if you repeat this at a later date, by the end of it, I want you just dripping in sweat and crying. Okay guys, so I really hope that you guys found this this session useful. Like I say, not necessarily so cardio based, more focused on working through some of the movements, learning some of the movements that we can then kind of start connecting. As you saw in that last drill, that's where we're trying to get to, all those different connections, those different transitions. You can put them in sequences or not. All right. So, like I always say, I'll do another one of these. Well, not like I always say, I'll do another one of these again next week. If you want more of this information, go check out the Super Solo Training Program. There's a link below this video for sure. I hope there is. Well, there will be. Go check it out. Covers all of this stuff, mythology behind what we're doing, why we're doing certain movements, and like it's got like a library of like 100 plus, maybe even more than that. I can't remember how many it was. There's just tons and tons of like individual solo drills. Well, there's takedown drills, passing drills, top control drills, escaping drills, guard drills. I might not have said that already. And then how I put all the different sequences together. But check it out. It's well worth it, particularly when we can't be on the mat, or anytime you can't get on the mat. At least you get a good session like this, because I know if you've done this, your technique will have improved. Also, have an awesome day, and hopefully we can do some training soon. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.